Hey everybody, Merry Christmas! I hope you're having an awesome Christmas day today. Let me know what you're doing to celebrate the holiday. And like I said before, if you don't celebrate Christmas, please don't feel left out. Just let me know what you're doing for your holiday, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it may be. I'd love to hear it. But today we are celebrating Christmas, December 25th, the fourth season of the 12 days of Christmas. And today obviously is day 12. The finale, and I thought to end it off, there was no better car to review than the Cars 3 Mack Hauler. I feel like out of all the diecasts, this is the most requested one that you guys have been wanting me to review for months. And I've been putting it off because it's kind of a hard video to review. I have to review a hauler, which is huge, and compare that to two other haulers because he has his Cars 1 and Cars 2 renditions. So it is a pretty tough video, but I thought it was a perfect way to end off the 12 days of Christmas. And I bet some of you guys were like, oh my god, is he really not going to review Mack? Because it was 11 days and no Mack. But I knew to hold it till the end and keep the suspense going. I do feel like maybe not as many people will watch this video though because it is on Christmas, and so you guys may not see the Mack review, but it's okay. I feel like it's, worth it. So this was suggested, like I said, by a lot of people, but the randomizer chose Tropa, and I'm glad it did because Tropa always comments on my videos. Thank you very much. And I know you always say you're from Portugal and you don't find anything, so I hope that you're able to find some cars soon, or maybe you can get some stuff online. And before we get into the review, I want to give a huge shout out to a Facebook group that I'm a part of called Disney Cars Diecast Club. I've mentioned this several times in previous videos, but I just want to emphasize it. It's a lot of fun if you have a Facebook account, or if your parents have a Facebook account, or whatever it is. It's just a great group to share your finds in. And if you're a part of my Google Plus community, it's like the same thing, you just share your finds and talk about the hobby because everyone on there is very passionate about the same thing. So therefore it's a lot of fun, and the link to it is in the description below. Alright, let's get right into the review now here of Cars 3 Mack Hauler. So of course this was released at the beginning of all the Cars 3 stuff on May 1st, and I got it on that day actually, and there's one variation of Mack, and I'm not entirely sure if it stretches into the hauler. I think it does, but a lot of the Mack semis now have black outlines around the eyes there, or the windshield. I don't have that variation though, so I won't be able to show it. So you can see just like the typical packaging. It says up there, open and load race car inside, vehicle not included. It's kind of stupid though how they show a Cars 1 Lightning McQueen, and obviously this is the Cars 3 Mack, so they just didn't put enough effort into actually, Photoshop or take the pictures with the Cars 3 McQueen. But whatever, it's okay. Not really a big deal, I guess. The bottom is just legal jargon and how to open it up. Nothing really on the sides. The back just shows what was on the front, but bigger, and it says Cars 3 Mack Hauler. Hauler opens, load race car inside. Tool chest, air compressor, flip down ramp, and slide out work area are the features. Collect them all. Wally Hauler and Bobby Swift's hauler are also available. I reviewed Bobby's hauler for day 8, so the link for that will be in the description below. And obviously they do release the Wally hauler because the line is exclusive and kind of sponsored by Walmart, so that's how or why they only release them there, which kind of stinks because Walmarts are definitely not in Europe or Australia, just really like North America, so it kind of stinks for a lot of people who don't live in North America, but they still want the haulers. So hopefully you guys can maybe get them online, eBay or something like that. And yes, I know Cal Weathers hauler is also available. I will review his soon, probably in like 3 weeks after everything else calms down. And I also think I will review the Vidling hauler soon. But I don't know though. I want to make sure he hits the US before I review him. And so far he's only in Canada. Steve Karski, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I'll be right back with Mack here opened up. Alright, so let's first talk about Mack's appearance in Cars 3 with this paint job, because he actually had about 4 different paint jobs in the movie. This one appeared kind of toward the end, and I also believe like right after he crashed and then decided to go to the Rust-eze Racing Center. But then like Mack, before that, had the Rust-eze McQueen paint job where it had like different Rust-eze designs. Then of course he had the Rust-eze Racing Center paint job, and then he had like the Dynaco Fabulous whatever paint job at the end of the movie. So Mack really got around, but they decided to release this one first. Oh, and of course he had the Jocko Flocko paint job, which they have released. I just don't have that one yet, but I will review him. I completely blanked that they released that Hauler. That's a really cool looking one. It's basically Rust-eze Racing Center Mack, but with like the disguise on it. So anyway, that is his appearance. As for his releases, obviously, as this 2017 Hauler, he might be in the 2018 line as well, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to separate these. Hopefully it doesn't take an hour like it did with Bobby Swift's Hauler. Oh boy, it is. What I recommend doing is flipping the Hauler over when it's connected and then pulling from the bottom. Like, don't try and do it upwards like this and pull the trailer off. Try and pull the semi from the Hauler if you have it upside down. Like, that's way easier, I found, but it's still a pain because, honestly, I just hurt my thumb because I got jammed in there. Oh, Mattel. But anyway, you can see that Mack here has a nice smile on his face. Of course, Mack, because that's the type of truck he is. Pretty red, like a lot of red on him. You have the Rust-eze logo up there, medicated bumper ointment, rear end formula. Then you have Mack again there in white. You have the Flame and Bolt 95 logo, which is basically McQueen's design in Cars 3, as you can see right there. Silver barrels, silver rims, silver smokestacks. His license plate's a little crooked there, but it does say Rust-eze, and the last E is replaced with a 3. So maybe Rust-eze with the E was already taken, so they had to use like a lookalike. And it says Our Fair City above that. I don't know what that really means though. Or I mean what it is in reference to. Then you have the Rust-eze mud flaps here, which are nice. And that's pretty much it. We will now compare the Mack Semi to the previous Macks. First, the Cars 1 Mack. See how much easier? Like, I just separated them in like 2 seconds. The Cars 1 version. It used to be a lot easier. So the expressions are pretty similar. Looks like his eyes got bigger. You got a little shinier grill there. Everything else is the same. Of course, if you look at the hat, though, the Rust-eze logo is brighter and it doesn't have the white background. I did kind of like the white background, though, because it broke up all the red. And then on the sides here, the 95 and the Bolt are like 2 separate pieces, whereas now you have the Flame behind it and like they're all on top of each other. The rims, though, and everything are pretty much the same. Like, Mack doesn't really change much. His license plate on the Cars 1 version was not crooked. I know mine's just kind of like a glitch like that, but same exact thing. The mud flaps just got a little brighter. And that is pretty much it for the differences between Cars 1 and Cars 3. Cars 2, we have a couple more differences though. Let me just separate those two. Because Cars 2, he had like the whole Hudson Hornet Piston Cup paint job going on. So you can see he lost the white background, but you had like those 2 red streaks. The expression was like identical from Cars 1 to Cars 2. Now it's a little bit different. And on the side, you had a very, very small 95 with that Bolt behind it. So that changed a lot. And I feel like the mud flaps were like the exact same from Cars 1 to 2. Actually, they got darker. And now they're brighter. So that's kind of strange how everything worked out. But there you guys go. There is the evolution of Mack semis. And now we're going to take a look at the trailer and then we'll compare them all. So the Cars 3 Mack trailer is actually my favorite out of all of them. I just first of all love the McQueen pose right there. It looks fantastic. I just think it looks really, really good. And then you have Lightning McQueen up there, the Piston Cup logo. You have 95, the ball, which turns into flames, which is fantastic. Medicated Rust-eze bumper ointment, rear end formula, but it's like transparent, so you can kind of see behind it. It looks like lightning's coming off of him, which really makes sense since his name's Lightning. This ghost flame over here. and it just goes really well with his design in Cars 3. So I love that. It looks great. On the roof, like always, you've always had that Rust-eze bumper ointment logo. It's never changed. On the back here, again, a nice pose of McQueen. Lightning McQueen 95 with the bolts. And his license plate reads Rust-eze 4 now, so I don't know why his trailer has a different plate than his semi. It doesn't really make sense. I don't know why they did that, but it does seem like it was intentional. So on this side of the hauler, same exact decals. And by the way, just so you guys know, even though it showed it on the back, the Mack Hauler is never open from the sides. It always is open from the back trailer, which is really how every hauler should open. It's not like any hauler is open from the sides because that's just weird. So then you flip this down and it seems to be very tight, stiff. There we go. Got it down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my goodness. RC Cars 5, you are terrible, so clumsy. I really am very clumsy, guys. Sorry about that. But we are back on schedule here, just checking to make sure my McQueen isn't damaged because the hauler landed on McQueen and knocked him into my lap. But anyway, we're good. I was just trying to demonstrate that you can flip this support up and down, which is pretty neat. Gosh, I'm so clumsy. Silly me. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, I like the texture of the area, the base right here. You can feel it. It's like that metal texture. Inside, you have the air compressor that they were talking about. And so you can drive McQueen up. Almost. Yeah, there we go. You can drive McQueen up. Get him in there. Fold that up. Fold this up. And bam. One thing I do like about the Mack Hauler is that you could do that, whereas with other haulers you have to like take the car out and then fold up the ramp and put them in there, so it's not realistic. This you can drive them in there and it actually makes sense. Like it's how it would happen in the movie. So you can take this out again, and there you guys go. Now let's compare the trailers to the other renditions. Cars 1 here. Cars 1 was pretty complex because you had the Macleod Rust-eze bumper ointment logo there, and all of his contingency sponsors, which I don't know why they had to put them all on the trailer, but he only has the Piston Cup now. You can see how he has like the lightning coming off of him, which is similar to the red streaks coming off of him on the Cars 3 version. You can just kind of see how his logo has evolved. On the back, similar type of idea, but they changed it all up so it matches the new design. And his logo was Rust-eze 4 before, and it still is. Again, I don't understand that. Same thing over here. And if you open it up, you get like the same exact things on this version. I think the red might be a little darker, but everything else is the exact same on the inside. So fold that back up, take out the Cars 2 version. So Cars 2, similar to Cars 1, has the contingency sponsors there, and also has Rust-eze, proud sponsor of Team Lightning McQueen, which is something that's not on Cars 3 or Cars 1. You have the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup, his logos featuring the movie or for the movie. On the back here, two main logos, Piston Cup and Rust-eze, with his pose, of course. And that's pretty much it. Again, on all of them, you have the Rust-eze logo on the roof. That has not changed. And just to prove it to you guys, the inside of the Cars 2 Mack is the same as well. And the Cars 2 Mack is actually super rare. I don't know how, but it just did. So if you have this version, that's awesome. If you aren't really in the cars anymore and you could use the money, you should definitely sell it because there are many people who I know that don't have it. It's just a very rare hauler. So let me know in the comment section below, out of these three here, Cars 3 Mack, Cars 2, and Cars 1, which one is your favorite? I'm gonna just have to go with Cars 3, not because it's new, but because I really like the trailer decals. I think my favorite decals for the semi are probably Cars 1 because I like the white background, but I really like the trailer decals for Cars 3. And we're going to pull out their counterparts, the McQueens, of course. We have the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup McQueen. There was no World Grand Prix Mack because obviously he couldn't use Mack for the World Grand Prix. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for watching the 12 Days of Christmas. I hope you really enjoyed this series I really had a lot of fun recording it, although it was hard every night, like recording another video even though I had to study for finals, but I got it done. I'm proud of myself. I look forward to doing season 5 next year when I'm a senior in high school, but after that, when I'm in college, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if I'll have time. I don't know if I'll have the resources to do such a series anymore, but hopefully I will. I'm just letting you guys know that season 5 may be the last season, so it'll be the best season. I feel like each year it gets better, and yeah, I just wanted to take this time to really kind of reflect on the series. We started off with Primer McQueen, and there were quite a few new cars that I hadn't already reviewed, along with some repeats, but I made sure to make those repeats exciting, and I hope I was successful in doing so. So thank you guys, and I hope Santa was good to you guys. If you want to see my review of Santa car, the link will be in the description below. I know I hadn't really shown him much this year because I already did a lot in the past, but you may be able to see him in a couple backgrounds of my videos recently. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Tropa, for the suggestion again. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my review of, that's right, the advent calendar that you've been looking at for the past 2 weeks. I'm going to review it. I haven't opened any of it yet, so it'll be like kind of a surprise for all of us, even though I already know what should be in there, but maybe you guys don't. See you guys then. Bye now.